Oh, hey there. It's
Hello.
me, Matt. And that's Sam. Today we're going to be talking about pocket monsters. But first,
Yep.
we're part of Pod-1218. This is the world where there is no superheroes, no superpowers, and no,
No Pokemon.
like crazy theoretically. No, definitely no Pokemon.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're tuning in to Pod 1218, and it is episode, what is this, 8? Episode 8? That's
Yep.
crazy.
Episode
Already 8
8.
episodes deep.
Yep.
That
Thank you
marks
for
two
everyone who's listened
months
so far.
of Pod 1218. Yeah. We recently started the TikTok page. Sam created it because I'm lazy and I don't follow orders. So he started it and I made the first posts, and we're doing pretty decent. One of our posts got up to almost 1,000 views. I don't know if you've seen.
Oh, no, I didn't.
That's
Sweet.
pretty awesome. Thank you to everybody. We're already at 11 followers. Granted, there are people that are like close friends and family who like it.
Still.
But thank you nonetheless. Thank you nonetheless, and we appreciate the support in any way, shape, or form, and it is much appreciated. But Sam, what's going on this week, man?
Yeah, we got a lot to cover. First off, I think we should address the elephant in the room. Stranger Things 5 has dropped. You've watched it. Let's segue
Yes.
from that to you. What are some of the things you want to talk about with Stranger Things 5? And
So, of course,
spoiler alert
Sam,
for those who
I'm-
haven't watched it.
Yeah, this is going to be a huge spoiler alert, but it's been almost a week since we got the episodes dropped, and we're sitting heavy with this one. We got 4 episodes to last us until Christmas, and if you're like me, you watched all of them in the span of 2 days, or maybe one if you're diehard. But we started off a little bit odd. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm a big fan of Stranger Things. Always have been since I came into it. I started with season 1 after season 2 had already dropped, so I had like a bit to watch when I first got into it, and then I had been in love with it since. But season 5, man, it starts really slow in episode 1. That is one of the only major gripes I have. I understand that it's going to be a little bit hard to bridge the gap between a season that came out over 2 years ago, but we're standing tall, sitting strong, because after the first, I want to say 30 minutes of episode 1, we started picking up, and it started feeding me and spoon feeding me the deliciousness that is this show. And then ever since then, I would say genuinely episode 1 through 3 are 30 minutes into episode 1 to episode 3's end is like an 8. And then episode 4 genuinely had me on the edge of my seat the entire time, mainly because I knew it was the last episode for 3 weeks, and it delivered. It made me so excited for the next couple episodes that are going to come out on Christmas, and that is the non-spoilery part. We're going to talk about, or at least I am, because Sam hasn't watched it yet. He hasn't watched any of the show.
I watched the pilot.
Okay,
So,
good. I mean, you're into horror stuff, so hopefully
Yeah.
you'll like it. It's not too horror-y, like, much,
Yeah.
but, like, when it does get there, it gets there.
okay. But yeah, I don't mind the spoilers. I'm excited to see where it goes. I know some of the characters who don't make it to the end. Other than that, I
Yeah.
don't really know a lot of the plot points, so I'm just along for the journey with or without the spoilers.
Yeah, okay. So before I get into the 4th episode, going into, like, my predictions of what's going to happen, I wanted to commend the writing for the show. The writing is good for like the rest of episode 1, but mainly during the first 30 minutes, like I stated earlier, the writing was just kind of iffy. I didn't know what was going on, and like I'd stated, like the bridge probably had a lot to do with that, because season 4 ended off on like a huge note. You wouldn't know that because you haven't watched it, but we ended off on a huge note, big like cliffhanger for season 5, just for them to take a year and a half to 2 years to drop it. One thing, or not one thing, but to go off of what I was saying, the writing for the rest of the episodes, phenomenal. The jokes are pretty good. There's a lot of funny parts. There's a lot of very frightening parts. I don't remember being this freaked out during the previous seasons, but there's like definitely a few parts where I'm like, well, this has me a little bit more on edge than anything else they've put out. So yeah, included into that, the gruesomeness in episode 4 does not falter either. If you guys have watched it, you know what I'm talking about. This is where I'm going to say spoiler warning. If you do not want spoilers, turn back now.
Or skip ahead. Skip way ahead.
Sam will probably skip way ahead. I might have Sam put in a thing that says the timestamp of when to go to, but spoiler warning, don't listen to this if you care about spoilers. So at the end of the episode 4, we have Will finally being the main character of the show. Will, throughout the seasons, started out as the main character, was a side character who used to be the main character, is a complete side character, and then is a complete side character again, and then in episode 4 is now the utmost main character of this show. Will has grown into something within the span of the last 20 minutes of episode, not even the last 10 minutes of episode 4 of season 5. He has grown into the pinnacle of this show. He gains access to Vecna's powers. Nuts. If you've watched it, I really want to spring ideas off you guys and hear your ideas as well, so feel free to drop a comment or anything like that. I really want to hear your guys' theories, especially after I get into my theories. But Vecna, when he comes out in season 5, he has a lot of upgrades. He looks a lot more like rooted up. He's got thorns coming off of him. He looks crazy, and like the production of this season is so good. Like, Netflix did not really put any halts in the production department. This, you know, the prosthetics, wherever the prosthetics shone through the CGI was awesome, and it just looked good. But during the big fight at the end of episode 4 to show, like, everything's gone awry, this is like the downhill. You know, we've hit the peak and now we're downhill spiraling before we can start growing to the cataclysm. You know, the shit that's going to end the show, where we get to bad guy death or win, you know, complete victory. We get to stories being, you know, ended and stuff like that. But during that fight, there's a lot of fucking Demogorgon fighting happening with armed soldiers. These are the most Demogorgons on screen since ever. Like, there's at least 3 or 4 different Demogorgons on screen during this entire, like, segment of the episode. And, like, it's nuts. The production, the CGI is very good. I have no qualms with that at all. But during this fight, you know, Vecna's tearing everybody asunder, sowing fear in the eyes of his enemies. And during this big fight, he, out of nowhere, he like turns a dude's face and head into like a bowling ball. He sticks his hand straight through, and it shows the entire thing. It literally caught me by surprise. We have not seen any gore like that in the show yet. You could see the claws go out of his eye sockets. It was ridiculous. I was yelling, probably a bit too loud for my apartment comp. I was, you know, freaking out because what the where did this come from? It was awesome. I love shit like that, and I was ecstatic, and I'm so excited now for season 5 part 2. Now, we're going to get into my theories. So, one theory that I have heard is during season 4, towards the end, middle to end of the show, obviously Eddie Munson, the rocker, like D&D guy, he's running his campaign with the some of the main cast, and then Lucas's younger sister Erica is there because they needed a fourth. Dustin to strike down Vecna in this campaign, because Vecna is also a main character in the D&D space. There's a main antagonist of like the Forgotten Realms, but he's a demi-lich, or he's a He's a full-blown lich, I think, an arch-lich. Either way, they're fighting him. Dustin rolls to see if he can vanquish Vecna when he's on his last legs. He rolls an 11. That doesn't do it, Eddie says. Then some happens in the show, and then it comes back, and Erica's up. Her turn in the campaign, in the battle. She rolls it. It's a long, drawn-out shot. You see the die hit the table a bunch. Very drawn out. It lands on a 20. If you know D&D, you know a natural 20 is an auto success, an auto hit, most of the time a critical, and they beat Vecna because of this natural 20. It was brought to my attention that the writing for the show is monumental, and clearly my little tiny itty bitty boy brain can't understand everything. So what was pointed out to me is when Dustin rolls an 11 against Vecna, an 11 by itself is not going to be able to beat Vecna, but 20 can. And I was telling my friend this when I was reiterating it, and he was like, I don't quite get it. I'm like, yeah, a nat 20 is going to hit him. And I'm like, no. An 11 by itself cannot beat Vecna. Think of the wording. And he goes, 11 by itself can't beat Vecna? If you're screaming at your computer screen or your phone while you're working right now, yes. Yeah. 11 by herself can't beat Vecna. But what can? The number 20. Not just an auto crit in D&D, but also a slight mathematical equation, maybe. 11 had a friend in season 2 who turned out to be part of like the bad people, you know, like they were like the bad gifted people, but they weren't really bad. They just were revolting against the system that was trying to keep them down and utilize them for bad stuff. The main character of that, Callie, what was her number? 8. Okay, so 11 and 8, that's 19. Yeah, now we popped through a bunch of seasons. We learn about Vecna in season 4. Vecna is actually Henry Creel. He was the original first, superpowered human. He was number 1. What does 19 and 1 make, Sam?
20.
Yes, it does. Thank you. But obviously, Henry, who is Vecna, cannot Vecna. They are one and the same. But the powers of Vecna that are used by Will makes him essentially like the number 1. If you're utilizing Vecna's powers, who is number 1, who is Henry Creel, you are essentially number 1. You are Henry Creel. You are Vecna. You are in that whole headspace. So, in season 5, Callie comes back. She's being utilized by the U.S. government in the Upside Down, in a base they have in the Upside Down. All 3 pieces are there. Weird. We got a lot of shit going on. Now we're going to get into my theories. And these are primarily going to be based around who I think is going to die in this season, because we've had no major deaths yet.
And
I think that there's going to be at least 2.
Yeah. I think the Duffer brothers have confirmed at least 1 major death at the end, so we'll see who it is, but it could be interesting if there is 2.
Sorry, I'm cracking open a cold one. I need one. Cheers.
Hydrate or
Pepsi
dihydrate.
Zero. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, hydrate or dihydrate. I'll chase my Pepsi Zero with some water of my own. Got a little spillage. Anyways, so my theory. I want to start with who I think is going to die first out of the group, and I'm so sorry to say, because I love this character, you love this character, Sam might love this character when he comes to watching the entirety of the show. Steve Harrington. Steve Harrington will die this season. I can almost guarantee it. And it is going to be show that he is better than Jonathan Byers. Those who have watched that, I'm going to stop saying those who have watched this show will know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. And I'm just going to preface everything I say from now on with that. If you know, you know. Steve Harrington is going to die because he's going to be proving that he is better than Jonathan Byers one last time. Season 5, Dustin is really fed up with the fact that everybody hates Eddie and is not realizing that Eddie Munson is one of the main heroes that stopped Vecna the first time, and in thus ending his own life for the greater good. For the greater good. Dustin has become very, very upset this season, and it is very telling that Dustin is probably going to try and follow in the footsteps of Eddie. He's going to essentially try to do the same thing because he looks up to Eddie. He wants to be just like Eddie, and he wants to bring honor to Eddie's name. So he is going to try to do the exact same thing when the time comes. Do I think it will be the last episode? No, but I do think that it'll be the episode before that he tries to do this. That's when, out of nowhere, it's going to seem like Dustin is about to die because everybody is running. Jonathan looks like he's going to go do something, but he's going to end up running, and it's going to be all hope is gone for Dustin. Then boom. Steve the Hare Harrington is going to show up, chuck him, or do something to make it so that he can't sacrifice himself, but Steve can. And that is why he's better than Jonathan Byers, and will always be better than Jonathan Byers. And I hate Jonathan Byers, and I don't actually hate him. I think he's a good character. I just don't like the trajectory he's had over the seasons. But yeah, Steve is going to die, saving Dustin from doing something very stupid and trying to essentially end his own life for the betterment of the world, because Dustin has so much to give to the world, whether it be in smarts or anything, and Steve needs that to be able to prove that he is better than Jonathan, and that Nancy is a piece of shit who cheated on Steve with Jonathan. Okay, that's my first death understanding. Next, this one is more of a toss-up. A lot of people are thinking that either Will or someone else from the main four is going to die, and I do agree that one of the main four are going to die, and it is Mike. I'm almost 100% sure that Mike is going to die this season, and it is going to be what Vecna. The powers of 11, I can visualize it right now. It's the final battle, the final heat of the moment. 11 is using her force power to hold Vecna against the wall. A wall, whether it be he's literally up against a wall or just hold him still, hold him back. Mm-hmm. And so is Will. Will is going to be doing the same thing. And then Callie, her power isn't with force or anything like that. Her power is, the way that it was described in season 2, if I'm remembering correctly, is to, change how people perceive things. So when they're trying to get away from these armed military men in a getaway car, she makes them see in this tunnel that it's blocked off. So they come to a screeching halt, but there's nothing there. So it's like a mental, implanting stuff into his mind, right? I think that she's going to, in an attempt to kind of control Vecna, she's going to try and bring some memories that might soothe him to the forefront. She might bring up his family, because she doesn't know. He hates his family. His entire family. He brings up the family. He goes out in his mind to kill them, overpowers them overpowers, some of the powers that be out of anger, swipes his hand, trying to snap his dad's neck again. Mike. By
I could
snapping Mike's neck. Will, 11, angry that the love of their life, because Will is gay, 100%. Yeah. It is not up for debate anymore. Will is 100% gay. He loves Mike. 11 is 100% straight. She loves Mike. They both see the love of their life get offed in an instant. They overpower and destroy Vec. That's how that happens. A lot of people think that Hopper's going to die. I don't think Hopper's going to die. Neither is Will. Neither is Joyce. And neither is 11. 11's not going to die. Because they need them for this scene, which this show is so cliche, and it will 100% happen. If not, I will say this, if it does not happen, I will be very surprised. We're in the 20 to 30 minute epilogue of the show where everything is wrapping up, because there is no loose ends. They already said that they had talked about not doing spin-offs, but then they said that they weren't going to do those. Mm-hmm. So no known spin-offs or any want to revisit this after the final season. So they have to end it. There's no cutoffs, right? They are going to essentially have everybody... My guess is Hopper and Joyce are going to move out of state to get away from Hawkins. That is my guess, because they now have nothing that ties them there, and they need to get away from the area. Hopper already left an area to go to Hawkins when his daughter died. That's a thing. That happened. He's going to move again. He's in love with Joyce. She's going to come along. They both have kids. 11 is Hopper's kid right now, technically. Not blood related, but he's the adoptive father. And then Joyce has Will and Jonathan. Jonathan is going to actually propose to Nancy, and she is going to say yes. That is almost 100% for me. I feel like that's just going to happen. But they're going to move away, and there's going to be this scene where they're unpacking their stuff in their new house. The beds are set up, and the rooms are in the beginning of being set up and stuff. Will and 11 are going to have side-by-side rooms that are split by a wall. There's almost definitely going to be a scene where they're sitting on their beds back to back, but there's a wall in between, and they're both going to be looking at a picture of Mike, and they're both going to be crying. If this doesn't happen, they should have hired me to be the writer, because I will eat that out of the palm of their hands. They're going to be looking at that and they're going to be crying. Eleven's going to say something along the lines of, like, friends don't lie, or something like that. If you know, you know. And then Will's just going to, cry and, repress again and stuff like that. And it's going to be super awesome. Then we're going to have an actual wedding moment, most likely, between Nancy and Jonathan. Jonathan is going to be a little bit more cleaned up. He looks dirty all the time. He'll be a bit more cleaned up for this. And then we're going to get a wide shot of the wedding. And there's going to be 2 empty seats in the wedding. One for Nancy's little brother who died, the other for Steve Harrington. Because Nancy still cares about Steve, he would have a seat there. There's going to be 2 missing seats. Or, not missing seats, but missing...
Yeah, empty seats.
2 empty seats. And that'll bring that weight of that situation together. And then I'm telling you right now that the final moments of the episode is probably going to be Max waking up. Sam, you don't know what I'm talking about, but Max is going to wake up and Lucas is going to be there. But yeah, no, that's... Assuming I haven't forgotten anything, those are my predictions for the rest of this season. But we won't know until fucking Christmas what the last episode is even going to look like. But I'm telling you, someone has to die.
It's going to be after that, because Volume 2 comes out Christmas at 8 p.m., and then the last episode, which is 2 hours and 5 minutes long, drops at New Year's Eve at 8 p.m.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Is we won't know until Christmas who's going to die to be the cliffhanger for the final episode.
Okay, I see.
Is what I'm saying. Because they're going to, like I said, Steve's going to die on episode 7. Because it's 8 episodes long, right?
Or am I mistaken? Don't know for certain.
Whatever. However many episodes it is, they're going to drop those on Christmas. And then I'm going to watch them back to back because I got nothing better to do on Christmas, And then the day after I have work, so that I'm going to be pondering in my self-loathing for watching 3 hours worth of content that I could have spanned over 2 days. And I'm going to be like, wow, they really just off Steve. Holy I was right. And then everybody's going to be coming in the comments, oh, Matt, you're so good. Oh, my gosh, you're so good at this. You should be famous. And then I'll be like, yeah. But it's not all me. It's my awesome co-host, Sam, as well. And then they're going to be all over both of us. And they're all women, by the way. And some dudes, but they're all going to be women. Some non-binary people as well. They're all going to be all over us. And they're all going to be of age and older. Yeah. And none of them will be dead. And they're all going to be human.
Yeah. Try to include everyone, but exclude the
exclude the stuff that will get me in trouble. But no, yeah. So that is my predictions. You can hold me to that. If I'm wrong, I will give you 1 singular penny since they stopped making them, so that you will have a chance to win however much dollars by turning one of those in 20 years.
Now, if this is the case, and I'm not saying this is, how do you feel about the way out there theory that the whole thing has just been a D&D campaign?
I hate this. I hate this so much. Because it doesn't even fit into a D&D campaign. The only thing that could even point to it being a D&D campaign is if it wasn't a D&D campaign. Because this is, if it were a D&D campaign, it would be medieval. More often than not, D&D is medieval with sorcerers, stuff like that. And the only powers that be in this are through the certain characters. This more seems, if any RPG game, like a Call of Cthulhu game. Or maybe if there was a tabletop version of like some other like eldritch being thing that attributed to D&D lore, but it isn't played out in any sense of the form of D&D.
Okay.
So
I've heard that theory being thrown out there, and I'm not saying I believe it or anything, but it's just one of those things where it's like kind of those M. Night Shyamalan twists where it's like, oh, it was all a dream. Ooh.
Yeah, it was all a dream. Like Inception. Like, it was actually a dream, but was it? Because that was a dream inside of a dream. In an alternate reality of Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I hate that theory because it's very just like, I don't know
Yeah.
how to end the show. So, like, it was all a dream. I just told you how to end the show, and you better have it be that way. Otherwise, I'm going to be the new writer of the Stranger Things reboot in 20 years. I'm coming for your jobs, Duffer Brothers. Better hold it up. Anyways, yeah. So, once again, my ratings for the episodes, I would say 7 for the first episode. 8, 10 is where I'm sitting right now.
Okay.
Definitely the first episode is like the worst first episode of any of the seasons. I feel like the first episode of previous seasons has always been just more like, boom, in your face, you ready to do this? And then you're like, yeah, I am. And then it's like, awesome. And then the first episode of this one was just like, yeah, I'm edgy actually. I wear this shirt because he died a legend. Oh yeah, lizard breath. And then they start beating the shit out of him. I'm like, what is this? Sorry, that was like nonsense, really. But that's the premise. He was like, yeah, I go to school still, and everybody looks at me weird because I keep wearing this shirt that they tell me not to wear because it reminds them of the person that they assume to be a nobody who just sucks and actually caused the whole thing when he didn't. And that's Eddie Munson. But you gotta watch the show so you can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, no, very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. I'm very excited, and I think that this is shaping up to be a really good end to this show, and probably one of the greatest shows of all time. Yeah. Aside from the episode length. Like, holy fuck, it's like movies. It's like one movie after another.
I've heard nothing but stuff about Stranger Things on social media for like the past week. I mean, I'm assuming it's gonna last even longer, probably another month or two, considering the next couple episodes drop in 1, 2, 3 weeks. And then a week after that.
I'm excited to see the memes that come out of this, because obviously when season 4 came out, we had like the rise of the Running Up That Hill song by Kate Bush. That was added to my playlist as soon as I watched that episode. Like, it was a very good song, still is a good song, I really like it. But it also arose like a bunch of people who loved Eddie Munson, and then like it just blew out of proportions, and then there was this whole like song made out of a snippet from the show that was like Chrissy Wake Up or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard that audio before. I hate to even say it because I fear that you might have to put a clip in there of it, and I don't want you to do that. Chrissy, wake up! I don't like this! So, yeah, I'm just excited to see, like, I've already been seeing some like reaction images on TikTok, because you know that you can post images as comments now.
Oh,
and
yeah.
There's like one where it's like absolute cinema, but it says absolute Derek moment, and it's just the kid named Derek. He's a little fucking piece of shit. He's just like doing this. I'm like, this is so fucking funny. And then there's like a whole bunch of memes, not to like enter political spaces, but there's a bunch of memes about Will for stuff that I've talked about probably before. I don't know. Or Will. Noah Schnapp. Widely loved person among the spaves. Is definitely the reason that there won't be any spin-offs anymore after Stranger Things has ended it. But either way, that's all I'm going to say on that. But yeah, that's how I feel about Stranger Things Part 5 so far. Thank you for letting me have a good 25 minutes to talk about this.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've been sitting on that. I've literally been telling everybody that I cannot wait to talk about this on the podcast, because I have so many. I mean, you heard my outlandish theories that I think are 100% going to happen. They need to throw me in the loony bin and give me a concoction of medications that will cure me of this. I need a lobotomy after coming up with all that. Get the ice pick ready. Anyways, what other news is there, Sam?
We got a lot going on this week. A lot. Let's start out with some of the things we've talked previously. The sale of Warner Bros. Discovery. We got massive drama going on with that. So far, Netflix is in the lead to buy Warner Bros. Discovery. They're saying it's a all-cash bid. Netflix has backed it up with a loan and everything. And Netflix has supposedly promised to keep theatrical releases if they do buy Warner Bros. Discovery, which maybe they'll do, maybe they won't do. And
I was going to say, a major corporation promising anything is already throwing up red flags for me.
Yeah, and
Clearly,
even
they know that they're not the most favored to do it.
even now
Because
with Netflix being like the lead runner, a lot of people have been like complaining. I heard rumors that like a certain group has gone to the government to stop it from happening.
that's so funny. Is there
There's
petitions?
Yeah, there's like a lawsuit petition against Warner Bros. Discovery saying that they do unfair bidding as far as like the bidding war with Warner Bros. So we'll see how things work out.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, I genuinely, I think that no one else should get it but Disney. Like, out of the war of the major corporations bidding on a company that brings us some of the most iconic characters in history, like Scooby-Doo and, multiple Mortal Kombat characters.
Yeah.
And, the Iron Giants and all the Cartoon Network stuff. We already talked about that. A bunch of the Cartoon Network stuff. Also including, DC itself. Do you, the consumer, want the next Superman movie to be hid behind a $25 paywall of Netflix subscription? Or would you rather go watch it in theater with your friends?
Yeah, because
Enjoy it like the good old days.
Disney already does releases too, because they release Marvel movies in theaters. They release all kinds of different IPs in theaters, and then literally like a month or two later, it comes out on Disney Plus for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm banking on like a full reset of just like everything.
I don't know if it'll
Purging
be
these major companies.
a full reset, but I think it's gonna be a lot of responsibility that Netflix is gonna like outsource certain things. Like I think DC is still gonna be run by James Gunn and Peter Safran, but I don't think that like there might be some minute changes, but I think things like Cartoon Network will look different. We already talked about like this post I saw on social media about Netflix doing like a live action Scooby-Doo. So that might happen, that might not happen. We'll see. One thing that I did see was that Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein is getting a physical release on DVD and Blu-ray. So it will be the first Netflix original movie that has a physical release as well.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Hopefully they continue with that.
They could really, if they're really these big businessmen, they would make way more money. Because there are people like me who loves physical media. Mm-hmm. I love physical media. Let me have that. Give me another reason to spend money on your product. Like, I don't know if half the time if some of these major corporations know what they're doing. Especially with the movie companies and just like major stream services and stuff like that.
Well, one of the problems is, especially when I'm like logging onto Netflix, I've seen a lot of the movies on Netflix. And the problem is, they don't change them out enough. Like if I go on Prime, there's movies like coming and going nonstop. So we get new movies on Prime, new movies on Hulu that like disappear to another streaming service or come on to another one. And I know Netflix does do that, but it just seems that they need to do it either. Frequent. Yeah, it's not as frequent, and they need to do it more often and with a larger variety of movies. Mm-hmm. So I think
I'm sure there's only so many rom-coms you can sit through.
Yeah, and doing the physical media release will also get in that like recurring revenue as well if it like falls off Netflix.
Yeah, exactly. Which would make incentive for Netflix originals to actually be recycled. Once Stranger Things is done, what if we did a box set, a complete box set of Stranger Things Blu-ray 4K? Take it off for a little bit. Bring it back for Halloween.
Yeah. Like
the end of the year, like the second half of the year, bring back Stranger Things, like the fucking nacho fries at Taco Bell. Like, come on. Like, what the and that even goes to, like, just because I brought up nacho fries, they brought back the McDonald's snack wraps.
Oh, yeah.
After how many years?
That was, like almost
I'm
10,
like,
wasn't it?
Give me your money. Don't give me your money. Let me give you my money for these snack wraps, dude. Mm-hmm. You're told time and time again, I don't want this new shit that you're coming out with. The Grimace Shake. that you
Did you
come out
see
with
the,
for like an event?
Did you see the Grinch meal?
No,
It's like
I didn't see the Grinch meal.
it's just like a Big Mac or chicken nuggets, but you get this like green dill sauce, and then they have this fresh
Right.
special fry seasoning that's dill seasoning. You like pour it on your fries and then shake them up in the bag. But the meal also comes with a special pair
Consumerism
of
at its
Grinch
finest.
Christmas socks.
Wow. I can't wait for them to be sold out within 5 days.
Yeah, that'll be
2 days, actually.
exciting.
It'll be 2 days. When Monopoly came back, that's another thing. McDonald's
Oh, yeah.
Monopoly, love that shit. I have so many free McDonald's like coupons in my app right now from
Except
that.
they
Oh my
stopped-
god.
They stopped putting it on every single item. They only put it on like the one thing
Yeah.
now, which sucks. But
Well, they put it on. It's like a couple items or whatever. Do you know how fast my local McDonald's ran out of that stuff?
really,
Yeah, it was within 3 days that they ran out of certain wrappers that came with the stickers on them and certain boxes. That's bullshit. If you're making a sweepstakes, have the supplies, please. Like, you want me to buy your product? I'm not gonna buy it if one of your chain locations has a big sign in the front that says sorry. We might not have it. So they listed all the items that come with the thing on it, and they're like, supplies are limited. We are out of certain things. But they don't list which ones. So you're still incentivized to still buy one, hoping that it has the sticker. But it didn't. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know, dude. Like, it just falls into the recurring state that McDonald's is getting worse and worse. And it's just doing these collaborations because they've stocked up so much money, you know.
yeah.
And people are just falling for it
Mhm.
every time. But when you're sitting here like me and thinking about like why is this a thing? We didn't need a Grimace shake.
We did.
We didn't need the WcDonald's fucking thing when they did the anime thing, and then they were
Oh
like,
yeah.
get your Gojo sauce or whatever it was, like, you know.
The Cactus Jack meal.
Yeah, the Cactus Jack meal and shit. Next thing you know, they're gonna do like a fucking Michael Morbius meal where you get a fucking fried bat on a bun.
Speaking of Morbius,
It just comes with a full DVD of Morbius. That would boost sales for Morbius, and it would become the biggest selling physical media in the world within 2 days because McDonald's put it out. Sony reach out to McDonald's, do a collab, make it the Michael Morbius
Morbius meal.
burger, the McMorbius meal, and then have it be a picture of a charred picture of Jared Leto out of the Morbius makeup on the bun, and then have it just be like a regular patty, and charge $15 a pack.
And then you'll
for
get
it.
a sticker
and it comes
of
with the DVD.
you'll get a sticker of Michael Keaton in there saying that the meal has something to do with Spider-Man.
And then it'll have that. It's like it has the full DVD of Morbius in it, and then there will be like a secret add-on or whatever, and it's just like in the you know, the additional features menu. It's just like a 20-hour loop of the dude dancing in that one scene, just like the fucking that full. And then you know, fucking like flicks his head and he's like, ah! Yeah, ridiculous. The most iconic movie of all time, right next to The Room by Tommy Wiseau.
I don't know.
I did not hit her. I did not.
The Room is so iconic. They made a movie about The Room.
Yes.
So,
Wasn't Tommy Wiseau played by like James Franco
yeah.
or something? Okay.
So, I mean, we'll see.
I mean, they are making a movie about the making of Anaconda, but it's like a mockumentary horror kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So,
who knows?
But on to a little bit more news. CCXP 2025 is currently going on in, I want to say, Brazil. It goes on from today, exactly, December 4th to December 8th. It's basically like the worldwide Comic-Con Expo. But one of the things at this Comic-Con Expo is we're getting leaks and new looks at the new Supergirl movie. We got an official look at her costume. We got a look at Lobo's hook, or his weapon. We got all kinds of stuff. We might end up getting a trailer this weekend. Who knows? So that'll be exciting. But yeah, just one of those things that we'll have to stay tuned to see what exactly we'll get out of it.
For sure. For sure. And like I said before too, because we're now in December, you were saying something about how we might be getting a trailer for Doomsday, even if it's just a teaser. So
Not only that, we're supposed to be getting a teaser before, like a week before, the actual trailer for Doomsday.
Oh, so we're getting both?
Yeah. Okay, so
Whoa.
I've heard Disney is planning to release some sort of teaser trailer the week before Doomsday. We don't know if it's for Doomsday. We don't know what it is. It could be some sort of teaser trailer for Brand New Day, because Brand New Day is also wrapping filming this month.
That's true.
But I feel like it could definitely be a teaser trailer for Doomsday. And then we got the Doomsday trailer coming out December, 7th?
Mm-hmm.
And, even after that, we got Secret Wars filming the April afterwards, before Doomsday even releases. I mean...
we're on track to have a great year.
Yeah.
And we've said that already, but holy fuck. So much good media is coming out, and I'm excited. I know this Friday, so tomorrow I am going to be watching the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to go to a theater for it. I might, but is it coming out on the platform as well tomorrow?
I think it's only in theaters. I'm not sure when it releases on the platform.
Damn.
I've heard good things. I've heard bad things. It did debut on Rotten Tomatoes with only a 15%. But
Holy
I've also heard that it was not curated towards critics at all, and it's more entirely...
Just like the first one.
Yeah, it's entirely curated towards the fans. I've also heard that Matthew Lillard has been like, how did this get PG-13? There is so much in this movie that, pushed the limit.
I'm curious. I might watch it in theaters. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be exciting.
I'm not big on scary movies, but the first one wasn't that scary. I don't even think there was really any jump scares other than the girl getting her head chomped off.
The Bite of 87?
No, it was the bite of modern day. Thank you. I don't know.
Into some more media that's coming out next year. More info about the Spider Noir live action with Nicolas Cage. We got HD
I didn't
look.
know that was a thing.
Yeah, we got an HD look at the poster. He's going to be playing Ben Reilly, who is not Peter Parker. He's a clone from another universe, I think. I could be wrong. But he's going to be Ben Reilly, who's taking over the mantle of Spider Noir. We're supposed to be getting not only a full color version of Spider Noir, but also a black and white version as well. So that's going to be... That
is going to be good.
I've had sneak previews, leaks of the suit. The suit looks amazing. It's got the white eyes, the hat, the mask, everything. It's just...
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be good.
Is this a Sony production?
I don't know. It might be. Sony has partnered... It's coming out on Prime, so they might have partnered with someone to make it happen. It might be like a Sony Marvel kind of deal that they worked up. I'm not for certain.
So will this be added into the MCU? Or do you think it's going to be like a Werewolf by Night situation where it technically is, but
not
really?
I don't think it's going to be on Disney Plus is the only thing.
So it'll be on Netflix. Because that's where Kraven the Hunter is. But Kraven the Hunter is also on Disney Plus.
It's going to be on Prime. So it is produced by Sony. It's produced by Sony Pictures Television for MGM Plus and Amazon Prime Video. It's a separate universe, not in the MCU.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Nicolas Cage will voice the main character, who is now confirmed to be Ben Reilly, private investigator in 1930s New York. God, this is going to be so good.
I'll have to watch it so we can talk about it. Do we have a release time?
I know it's coming out in 2026. if you just look up Spider Noir pics, you can see like the first one. He's got the classic like fedora with the white eyes. They'll see the second pic, which is exactly it's like an HD look at the suit.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, you can see like the poster for it, which is the one where he's behind the like door the glass door that says B. Riley, Private Investigator.
Okay.
This
might be goated.
Yeah, this is gonna be. I have a good feeling about this. This is gonna be so good.
What if it's ass? What if it's ass, dude?
There's a possibility, but we're gonna hope.
Do you think there will be ties to Spider Ham in the live action?
Maybe.
I do like that though. That's pretty cool.
So I'm excited about that.
I didn't realize that this was like an actual thing. I haven't seen anything about this.
Yeah, I'm just kind of on like I like all the rumors about the TV shows that's going around. I've seen the leak pictures and I've not followed it necessarily. There's not a trailer yet, but there is like set leaks. There was confirmation that it was confirmed, kind of like how MGM Plus and Amazon Prime are also doing the new James Bond with a new actor. It's just like, you know, stuff that I hear about and comes floating around. So that's why I like to, you know, spread it to the people out there who don't know about some of this stuff, because it's not all exactly front page headlines, but it is important news for nerds like us. So
yeah, this is definitely interesting. Yeah, looking at some of these pictures, most of them are fake from what I can see, but there are some real ones that I'm like, ooh, that's good. All right. Awesome. What else do we got, Sam? Anything?
That's not coming out till January 26th, so...
What movie?
It's a movie called Dead Man's Wire. I saw the trailer when I was listening to music and editing of the podcast, actually. It's about the like lead vice president of like a mortgage company. He goes home only to find himself like held hostage by like shotgun that's being like worked up to a dead man switch, and it has Bill Skarsgård in it. I saw Coleman Domingo in it at first. It's got a whole bunch of like star-studded actors in it, and it looks like something that I'm gonna be excited for. And then,
well, if you need someone to watch it with you, I'll go.
Okay. It's based on a true story. Other than that, we got one of the writers of Absolute Batman, Chip Zdarsky. He's interested in doing like a Marvel cover of Absolute Plastic Man. So, yeah, we'll see. I know a lot of people in the comments on that post were like, this is going to be so great, it can lead into like body horror and all that, but we'll see for certain. And then one of the last things I did want to talk about, I saw a post about Edgar Wright. He appeared on the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast. And if you don't know who Edgar Wright is, he is a director. He did, most recently, The New Running Man. He also did Baby Driver, and also he made the Scott Pilgrim movie. He said on this podcast that he would be open to a DC project. So I think he would make a good fit for DC. A lot of people were saying either The Flash or like Booster Gold, or
I was thinking Teen Titans.
He could do that too. That would be so good. With like the, you know, how he did like Scott Pilgrim with like the comic stuff.
Yeah.
That would be so good.
Yeah,
if
dude.
He did like a Teen Titans. Oh.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I need to be an advisor to these people, dude. I swear to God.
Hire us, as Matt can be the writer and recommender. I'll be the media outlet person who talks about, like,
what people are into right now.
Yeah, supervises, like, the media and the press. So, yeah.
Dude, working in movies might be, like, not a dream job, but, like, a secondary dream job, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think I would love that, actually. All right, Edgar Wright. Yeah, I think he would do a really good, like, job with a Teen Titans sort of esque, like, direction, especially with James Gunn, you know, because James Gunn being the head, you know, director/producer of the DCU now, he's gonna have his stuff in there. Kind of like Kevin Feige with Marvel, you know, and stuff like that. Obviously, Marvel movies still aren't directly, like, made by Kevin Feige, but he has a huge say in a lot of the stuff that goes through it.
Right.
So if he's making these good decisions, with some of the newer Marvel movies and stuff like Thunderbolts, and of course, First Steps, like we're in good hands if James Gunn can, pull together some really good directors to get some of this stuff made, man.
Yeah. Especially he already has, like we said, Edgar Wright's open to it. I want to say Clayface is being directed by James Watkins. He did Speak No Evil. He did The Descent Part 2.
Yeah, so he's good in horror-esque movies. So with a body horror context for Clayface, that he might be goated.
It's screenplay by Mike Flanagan. And Mike Flanagan is like this famous screenplay dude. He does a whole bunch of horror stuff. He's done Midnight Mass, Doctor Sleep. He actually did Hush.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. So
hell yeah.
This guy knows
Hush
horror.
is goated. If you guys need a good thriller, watch Hush, please. That shit is awesome. Brings a whole new meaning to ambient freak you out, dude. So good. But yeah, no, I would love to see something Scott Pilgrim-esque, So good, dude.
Yeah.
Got me hyped and shit, man.
Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff coming out next year. So
that, and if you haven't watched any of the TikToks on our TikTok page, we actually answered a question about the Wolverine game. I'm so excited about the Wolverine game.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
We got a lot of good media, good everything coming out next year. And in the future.
I have an update about the Wolverine game, actually. You remember how I was talking about how it would be really good if they had an X-Men Insomniac game?
Mm-hmm.
There's been talks about how there's going to be other X-Men characters in the Wolverine game because X-Mansion has been found in the game files and
Ooh.
And don't quote me on this because again, I have I just see information, and then if it's repeated, usually it means that someone found it out, so it's spreading. Possible Gambit in the Wolverine game, obviously Sabretooth, possibly. We're talking Silver Samurai because it's going to be following Logan through a couple different countries as well.
Mm-hmm.
So looking real forward to that. But with it opening up the space of the X-Men,
yeah,
there could be a full co-op Insomniac X-Men story game. What the did I not just talk about that? When we were talking about the Game Awards, was I not just talking about that shit? Dude, big brain. Holy Alright, we should probably talk about Pokemon now, huh?
Yeah, we'll segue into Pokemon for you. Pokemon. This video has already been copyright stricken by Nintendo. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we're not going to make any money off this if we were even going to be eligible to make money. Say if we blow up overnight before this even comes out, we're not making money off this post. So from now on, we're going to refer to Pokemon as Pocket Gremlins. No.
Gremlins is after us now, too.
Yeah. If they weren't after us after the whole Greta Gremlin thing...
I do that because it's going to be on screen, but...
Yeah.
But yeah, Pokemon. I'm a huge fan of Pokemon.
Yep.
I've been playing the games since I've actually started out watching the TV show, and then I started playing the games later.
Fair enough. I mean, I feel like that's a lot of the people, right? It either goes show to game or card to game.
Yeah. I actually started collecting cards before I watched the show, and then watched the show, and then played the game. But...
So you originally were just a card, then show, then game.
Yeah. My first Pokemon game was Pokemon White. That came out on September 18th, 2010. So I'm a little old school, but...
Yeah, you're old school. Get this. My first Pokemon game, Pokemon Heart Gold. And we're talking when they re-released it with the Pokewalker.
Yeah.
That shit was so good. My poor poor Chikorita, or no, my poor Totodile, which turns into Croconaw, right?
Croconaw, and then...
And then for Alligator?
Yep.
Yeah, so my poor Croconaw, actually, is in that Pokewalker and is lost in time somewhere because I put it in my Pokewalker and I'm like, I'll just take it to school. And then I took it to school, I got it home safely, and then it disappeared. So, rest in peace to Croconaw, who I'm pretty sure I named Big Guy. Can we just get a moment of silence? In the arms of the angel, he will fly. Anyways, amen.
And the woman.
He will be missed. Yeah, amen, and woman, and non-binary folk alike. Yeah, no, Heart Gold Soul Silver was my first game, and then after that I got Platinum.
That's weird, because I played Black and White, and then I played Diamond.
That's funny. Platinum is better.
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry, pal.
No, I mean, I wholeheartedly agree. Like, looking back, like, Diamond and Pearl, Platinum's better. Even Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, Platinum's better. Go with Platinum.
Yeah.
Don't spend money on Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. It's not worth it.
Yeah, even better, don't spend money on Nintendo ever. Sorry, I had to. It was a low-hanging fruit. Matt does not like Nintendo. Shocker.
I mean,
but I love
a lot
Pokemon.
of people don't. Really, I can't say I only play Nintendo for Pokemon and other things, but because I play Mario, I play Zelda, I play Pokemon. Those are the big three that I
Smash?
Yep, Smash. Those are the big three that I play on my Switch,
So, Sam, I do have to admit, I am a heretic. I do have a Nintendo Switch. Not a Switch 2, but a Nintendo Switch. My poor mother tried to get the Switch for me during the beginning of COVID, because it was my birthday. She wanted to get me the Switch, so she had to do a tailgate swap for money for Switch with some sketch-ass people. She wasn't even sure it was going to actually be in the box, and she was pleased to find out that it actually was when she gave it to me. She obviously checked before giving it to me, but she got me that, and then I've played it a total of probably 10 times, and I got that at the beginning of COVID. So my Switch has gone unplayed for a while, but I keep buying games for it as if I'm going to play it. So there's that. But that's across the board for me. I'll buy a video game if it seems intriguing or if it's in a franchise that I like, just so that down the road when I finally get the want to play it, I don't have to spend money then. And I'll just be able to immediately jump in. For the longest time, I was sitting on a game receipt that I received from GameStop with the digital code to have Pokemon Scarlet digital download. And I had that for almost the amount of time that it takes for the code to go null and void. Before I finally decided to start the upload, and I got it downloaded. Hopefully it's fully downloaded now. I downloaded that I don't know how many months ago. And it's ready to go for when I finally decide to play it. I also have Pokemon Shield. Haven't played it. I also have Pokemon Legends Arceus. Haven't played it.
Good game.
I don't have Legends ZA, obviously. But I do have Pokemon Snap, the new one.
Okay.
I played that for 20 minutes. After that, I was like, this is something. As Tobey Maguire said, this is something else. This is something else.
This is something else.
Man, it was a new experience and it was fun, but I was at someone else's house when I started playing it, and then I was like, well, I'll just get back into this later. Never did. So, yeah, I'm a heretic. I have so many games for the Switch, and I've played only Smash on it, and that was when we went to the casino, Sam.
Classic Matt and Sam story right there.
Classic Matt and Sam story. Sam gets hammered, Matt saves the day while playing Smash Bros. Throughout the night. That's a story for another time. If you get us to 100 followers, I'll tell the story and make Sam really embarrassed.
Yeah, that'll be a fun story.
So obviously you started out with the cards. Or whatever, but what was your favorite way of consuming, like, Pokemon? Was it the games, or did you like the show more? Did you ever get into, like, the manga books at all?
I didn't get into the manga books. I got into okay, the only books I got into were not only the like gameplay books, the big thick gameplay books that you got. I'm trying to I don't remember if I still have one over there, but
Is it the encyclopedia?
yeah, the encyclopedia of like all the 400 like 72 Pokemon that were out at the time.
I loved having those. I had one for the Unova region and then the full thing.
Mm-hmm.
I would often use the that main encyclopedia with all of them so I could draw Pokemon, and I would just like go based off of what I was looking at. It was pretty cool. That's what I would spend my time doing. For some reason, that's what I found fun doing, is redrawing the pictures.
I mean, yeah, that's part of the fun of
it. And then
it.
writing down like the key information from it, and then making my own like version of the book.
Mm-hmm.
The furthest I got from one, like, or number 0 technically, because it had Victini, is Victini to like Pidgey or whatever. So like I made it to like 11 or 12, but that's as far as I got.
Nice, but
yeah.
I haven't read the manga books. I watched a little bit of the TV shows, both the original. I had the like a 2-disc set of like the first like 10 or 12 episodes of the Diamond and Pearl series.
Okay.
That was about it as far as like the TV shows go, but I mean, really, I just like collecting the cards. The cards were cool. I like the different art. I also like those little coins that you get. The ones with the cool face on one side.
Yeah.
And then I really liked the games as well. Like I said, I started with Gen 5. I played Gen 1 and 2. I haven't beaten them. I've played and beaten Gen 3, beat Gen 4, beat Gen 5, beat Gen 6, played a little bit of 7, didn't beat it. 8,
I thought I had
I beat.
I do. Check this guy out.
Nice. Cinderace VMAX.
Yeah, I got that in the card sleeve. I used to buy. I was super out of Pokemon for a while, and then I would go to like random stores and buy like the jumbo boxes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That came with like 15 packs. Drop like $50 for no reason on cards that I don't care about.
Yeah.
But I loved opening them and then being like, "Whoa, this one's a full art." You know.
Full art holographic.
I wonder if this. Yeah, I wonder if it's worth anything. I don't even know if this one's worth anything. Probably not.
They're still cool.
I'm gonna look it up while you talk.
But yeah, I played. Let's see, Gen 7 is Sword and Shield, right? Where's my? Yeah, no. Gen 6 is Kalos. Gen 7 is Alola. I played a little bit of Gen 7. I didn't beat Gen 7. I beat Gen 8. Beat Gen 9. Obviously, we're still waiting for 10. I beat Legends Arceus. I just actually beat Legends ZA as well. And I'm gonna throw out this hot take. I actually enjoyed ZA more than Legends Arceus, even though I like collecting and catching Pokemon more than I do battling. But that's just me. I also played the Pokemon Ranger game and the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games when I was younger. I really like the Pokemon Ranger game. I don't know if you've played it before.
I've always wanted to. I just never had the outlet to be able to play it.
Yeah, it was really cool because you could like circle the Pokemon on the screen to catch it, or like.
Because what was that? Was that DS as well, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
also, I found out that Cinderace is $2.60 on TCG Player. So good thing I sleeved it, right?
Yep.
If we ever talk about Magic the Gathering, I got some to show you, brother. I know this is a little bit off topic, but when the whatchamacallit came out, the Final Fantasy set came out, I was buying a bunch of Final Fantasy, and I got actually a $100 card from the Final Fantasy set. It was a Cloud Strife X Militia card, and holy, it felt so good. That is to this day, the most expensive card that I own. And it is sitting in a top loader, and it's waiting for me to figure out what to do with it. Because I don't want to play with it. It's a $100 card, but it can't just sit there forever.
Yeah.
But
And then I guess the other game I played was PCTG Pocket. Been playing that since it came out last year. I have a lot of fun with that.
PCTG? Is
Yeah.
that the one where you do it on the phone?
Yeah, Pokemon TCGP.
Yeah, I got that too.
Yeah. I've been playing that since it came out, opening packs twice a day.
Every day? You do that every day?
Yep. Once in the morning with my morning coffee, and once at night.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I was on that grind until I fell out of it.
Yeah, I stopped battling, because 90% of battling is luck based, and I was like, why am I trying to win based on luck? What's going on here?
Yeah, and the whole deal is do you have any of the sets maxed out? Do you have any full sets? Because I do.
I do. I have the Eevee Grove set maxed out. I
Let
don't
me
know
see.
if you
I'm
know
gonna open mine up.
which one that is. I was gonna say I'm opening
I do.
up mine because
I
I
do
have I have a pack to open.
I'm also opening up mine. I'm sure I have some as well. But yeah, no, the Eevee Grove, I think I have that one as well, or I'm it's really close to being done. Oh, I have an update. That tells you how long it's been since I've opened this. But, look at that, more new packs. Great.
Guys,
What?
it's a full art Ice Cube.
That's awesome, brother. That's awesome. What booster packs have come out since the last time I've been on here?
Probably a lot. They're on A2 now.
What's going on?
We have
Get out of my
Mega
face.
Evolutions.
The last one that I opened, the last one that I got anything from, is Secluded Springs.
Okay.
Now we're on B series. My bad. I have stuff in Mega Rising.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realize that I could switch between those two. Yeah, so I think I accidentally opened a pack or something. So for Eevee Grove, I have 68 out of 69. And then I have my first ever one that I finished was Mythical Island. So the second set that they released.
Mm-hmm. I guess I have Mythical Island complete too.
I'm super close to finishing Extra Dimensional Crisis and Shining Revelry, but those are my two closest, other than Eevee Grove.
Yeah.
So Mega Rising's packs look cool though.
Yeah. I have
I'm gonna open them while we talk.
Mega Rising. I have 187 basic diamond out of 226. So
Nice. How do you choose packs on there? Do you just do randos, or do you meticulously go this one?
how do I choose between the different
All the packs that they give you? Is you choose one out of them?
Blaziken, Altaria, and Gyarados?
No. So I'll show you what I mean. So
When you're opening
when you
them.
open one of those, yeah. So here, it's the Mega Altaria, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they used
When
to
you're in
have
here,
it.
I go like this.
Yeah,
and then I just stop.
I do that. I'll either stop on a backwards pack, or they used to have it.
We got some back there, man.
Okay.
Whimsicott EX.
Okay. They used to have it where, if you open up another one, I'll show you. They used to have it where you can rotate the card pack so it's flat facing you, like this, and then the edge was either straight or wrinkled a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, and if it was wrinkled, that means it had a rare card in it. Either an EX or a crown or a star or full art or something.
Interesting. I don't have any more to open, but
They might have changed it. I don't know.
I was gonna say I already opened my 2 for the day, but yeah. So that's super interesting, though. I didn't know that they did that. I just know that I've never gotten a God pack, so
Yeah, I haven't either.
it just pisses me off. But yeah. So I need to get out of this, otherwise I'm not going to be able to focus. Okay. Did you want to continue talking about some stuff, or do you want to do what I suggested earlier? And then we continue talking.
I did have 2 questions for you.
Okay.
What is your favorite gen?
Probably the Unova generation. So
Okay.
Gen was at 7?
5.
Or is that Gen 5?
That's 5.
And Gen 5, dude, I don't know. You could throw... I know Gen 1 and Gen 2 and Gen 3. I don't even remember what Gen 4 was.
Gen 4 is Sinnoh, Diamond and Pearl, or Platinum.
Gen 4 Sinnoh, that would make the starter...
Turtwig, Piplup, and Chimchar.
Okay, yeah.
Here, I'll send you this generation.
How the fuck?
thing.
So then, is Chikorita and Totodile and...
I sent you a thing on Discord you can look at to make the generation easier to identify.
Okay. Gen 1. This is like... Are you like a grass type fucking munch? What is this?
I do like grass types. Do they all have grass types? What? The first...
Yeah, except for Gen 5.
Wow. Yeah. I didn't even realize that. I didn't make that...
That's so funny.
I didn't make that graphic.
Maybe it's because Gen 5's grass type sucks.
Snivy does not.
Snivy. I can't talk about Snivy. I cannot talk about Snivy. I always forget about Trico as well. Because I'm like,
goat.
okay.
Goat.
Trico is the goat, yes, but I'm just saying it's funny because I'm like, okay, Bulbasaur, yeah. Chikorita, yeah, that's 2. And then Turtwig? No, there's one more. I always forget about his ass. Wait, I was gonna say, I'm like, Rowlet is not after Sprigatito.
No.
Why is that there? And it goes weird. It goes...
Yeah, it goes
from
like...
right to left.
Yeah, it goes like 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's weird.
The genuine last gen that I've played, I think, is 6. Yeah, that makes sense. Because the last game that I've beaten was X. So
there are a lot of
that
people that say that was the last good game, too. Like, X and Y were the last good game, but... I don't agree.
In the standing right now, because that's the last game that I've played, yeah, I'll say it.
I mean, I played Gen 7.
I enjoyed
Gen
X.
7 was alright. I played Gen 8. I like Gen 8. I think it's cool. It has a lot of pros, has a lot of cons. I like it. I also like Gen 9. Gen 9 is my most played game, even with the many issues that it has.
Is it just because it's the most recent?
No, it's genuinely one of the game that I constantly like replay over and over again.
Really?
Not only does it have a 400 Mon Pokedex, you're up against all 18 types. This is Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah.
It has the open world, which you can traverse through about entirely. I like a lot of things that it has.
I mean,
the story is solid. I have both the DLC. The DLC is solid, even with the extra 200, 400 Pokemon that it adds onto it. Is a lot of fun. And then...
What was before Sword and Shield?
That was Sun and Moon.
That's what it was, yeah.
I played Moon, but I didn't beat the Elite Four. And then I didn't play Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but I might eventually.
Pokemon White 2 was kind of gas.
Yeah. Imagine you, like...
Kind of gas.
You went up the Unova region, and then the second game you're like, time to do it again, but from the other side. And there's more Pokemon.
Yeah, that shit was so awesome. I just like the idea of like mixing Reshiram and Kyurem.
Yeah, that was
It
cool.
was so awesome. Fire and ice type. Getting my Jimmy's jingle, dude. Yeah, boy. So that's awesome. What was your other question?
What are like some of your favorite types? For me,
My favorite
I like
types.
electric. I like ground. I like dark. For the starters, I usually go grass. Just because I like the grass starters. Not to say I don't like the other starters. The only grass starter I don't really care for is Chikorita, but...
That's such dog. That Chikorita into
Meganium?
Bayleaf into Meganium. So goated. You know what? I'm actually pissed. What the fuck? Like, what do you mean? That actually hurts a lot now that I think about it. Anyways, so are we talking like, because if I'm picking my favorite like typing just based on like the Pokemon that come with it, I'm gonna pick fire, not to be basic, but like fire, ghost, and like probably steel are my favorites, just like based on like looks and the associated Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
but it's also when I was playing a lot younger, I think the reason that I struggled with Pokemon but also loved it so much was because I'm constantly fighting because I sucked at combat because I only chose damaging moves. I didn't care about like upgrading like special defense or all that. Anytime it's like, oh, you leveled up, you get your choice of a new move. I go, which one does the most damage? And then I did that. So, yeah, that's why I did fire. And I loved the fire starters, so obviously I'm a Charmander guy. But I was a Cyndaquil guy. And I was a huge Tepig guy. Tepig, the GOAT.
I was Tepig,
and
too. Tepig's awesome.
Tepig is awesome. But if I'm being honest with you, any of the Gen 5 starters, Snivy, Tepig, and Oshawott, so goated.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite Wii game ever created, Pokepark 2. That I got a Wii in my apartment. I'm pretty sure I told you this when you came over, but I got a Wii, and the first thought was, man, I can't wait to play this Wii. My first thought was, I need to go to a resale shop and see if that game is there. Because the first thing I want to play on this Wii in my own home is Pokepark 2. And I did. I beat it within like 3 days because obviously I have a job, so I'm doing stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I beat the entirety of it in 3 days. I got a majority of the Pokemon. And there's a reason that they made a second Pokepark game when the Unova region came out. It's because that's the most goated one. It was like when Pokemon still had good like ideas and they weren't just like turning a set of keys into a Pokemon.
Well, I mean, they literally turned
about Klefki.
A thing of garbage into a Pokemon.
The thing is Trubbish turns into Garbodor.
Yeah. And
Trubbish is one of my favorites. So, you can get that mess out of here. Trubbish is so cute and awesome. Suck a fat one. Suck my fat one. How about that? I will get heated. If you trash talk my favorites. Sitting over there all snide.
All snivy?
Nah, snide as... I hate you. Get the f*** off my screen. Anyways, you were saying? Were you saying anything?
I don't think I was.
Okay, that's right. Anyways, in terms of your favorite type, what was your favorite type to, like, run? Did you, like, mix it up, or did you stick to, like, a certain...
I mean, I kind of played how you played, where attacking moves were based, especially when I was younger. Like, I didn't know the difference between attack and special attack. I thought if the Pokemon looks
Me neither.
cool...
I still don't.
If the Pokemon looks cool, I'm gonna use it. Nowadays, I'm like... If the Pokemon looks cool, that's a plus. But if it is good, I'm gonna use it. And usually I'll do like a balanced team of like, okay, this will be my attacker, this will be my special attacker. I'll throw in a defense right here. Maybe throw in a speed right here. What my favorite combo to do is nowadays is use a special speed Pokemon. That's really good, and then give it the amulet coin, and then start off with a move, either Volt Switch or there's a bug one too. I can't think of the bug one right now, but the bug bite one that switches out as well. That one's good, and then it'll switch out to like a basic attacker that matches this, like is a good like type matchup type of deal. And I'll also usually try to have like a good balance of different types as well. But yeah, back in the day I would be like, if it does damage, it's good, and if it looks cool, he's good.
So I had a specific way of playing as well, where there was like the XP slave. Did you have that? Where you're like, okay, this is my starter in the battle, and then I'll switch to someone that could better handle the situation, while my XP share guy is just sitting in the back.
Oh. No, I did kind of the opposite, where my starter was super over leveled, and then like, of course I had my other Pokemon that were good too, and then up until what was it, Gen 7, where they took out HMs.
They took out HMs?
They didn't take it out. It was either Gen 6 or Gen 7, but they changed it kind of how I think Gen 5 they changed TMs so that TMs were reusable. Like back in the day, you use a TM once and it breaks. And they kind of brought that back in the new games a bit. But you use a TM, it breaks. You use an HM, it can be, used as many times as you'd like. But Pokemon can't unlearn that move, and so when you started out with like Cut, Rock Smash, Strength, Fly, Surf, all that kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, you'd have to have an HM slave. So you'd have your like in Gen 3, you'd have your level 7 Zigzagoon that learned Surf, Rock Smash, Cut, and like Waterfall, and then you had your like basic super cool overpowered flying type that knew Fly because it was such a good move. So I usually had the starter and then the HM slave.
So I'm not talking HM slave. I didn't even have one of those. So each of my Pokemon would have like one spot where I'm like, I have 3 good moves, and then like the HM spot. I didn't really have an HM slave. I was super like not playing it well, obviously. That's probably why it took me so long to get to like X beating like the Elite Four and then the champion or whatever. But so what I would do is I would often find myself, if I can't beat the Elite Four or whatever, I would just go out, start catching Pokemon I didn't have, and then just trying to evolve them. So I would just, most of the time I'd be like running around battling people. I would throw out, my first one is like the guy who has the XP share. I would have the XP share guy come out first, and then I would throw him out, because he just needed to come out once in order to get XP. He didn't have to do anything. And then I would just do that over and over and over again until my guys would evolve so that I could fill out my Pokédex. And then I would get to a point where I'm like, well, man, I'm not having really much fun doing that. So then I would start like leveling up my Pokemon that I had, getting good moves in there, and then just like brute forcing my way through the Elite Four. And then I would see what they had, what types were good against that stuff, and then start the process over again until I brute forced my way in.
Okay.
Just to get to the champion and then be like, what the
Yeah.
And then have to do the whole thing over again. So, yeah, super fun. But, yeah, that's how I did it. With that, do you have like a top 3 Pokemon?
I can do the top 3 Pokemon who I think look coolest.
Sure.
I'd have to say Luxray, and then Lucario. Lucario is literally the Aura Pokemon. He's Aura farming.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go Sceptile, because I like Trico, Grovyle, and Sceptile for me.
Yeah. So, obviously, I already talked about how I like Trubbish, but I'm a big Salamence guy. Salamence is kind of goated.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with, like, Shieldon, but not Shieldon. What's the big one? What the is his name? Is it not Shieldon? Shieldon's the thing that turns into it, right?
Yeah, Shieldon turns into Salamence. Or, no, Shieldon turns into Bastiodon.
Bastiodon. That's what I'm
Shelgon
thinking. Just that
turns
big
into
dude with
Salamence.
the big face.
Yeah. Bastiodon. It's like the fossil Pokemon.
Yeah. And then, not to flex the fact that I love Unova, but like Bisharp, dude.
Yeah. Bisharp, Crocodile.
Oh my god. Crocodile, yeah. Dude, even, dude, what is it? As funny as it is, I could talk about how Klefki is a thing. There is the the ice cream Pokemon in Unova.
Yeah.
Vanillite, Vanillux, and Vanillish or whatever. Kind of dope though.
Yeah.
Right? But I think what is your favorite legendary of all time? That includes like mythics and stuff, and like
To be honest,
those things are in the newer ones.
I don't quite understand the difference between mythics and legendary. I know they're labeled differently.
I would say that even like the weird like Buzzwole and like and like Guzzlord.
Yeah, the beasts or whatever.
Yeah, I would even lump those in with them as well.
definitely.
I'll tell you mine. It's between Giratina and Darkrai for me.
Yeah, I mean, Darkrai's cool because he's like badass, and then
Yeah,
Giratina
he
is
is.
literally like Satan.
Fucking awesome. Yeah. If I were a trainer, I would definitely be a dark type trainer.
Yeah, I like dark types.
You come across me as an electric type trainer.
I like electric, dark, and ground. That's like my top three. Gen 1 has some alright legendaries, Gen 2 has some alright legendaries, Gen 3 is my favorite gen, so I like those legendaries. I like Gen 4 legendaries because they have like a mythical background to them, you know? So there's like a
Yeah.
folklorish background to them as well.
You're talking like Ho-Oh and Lugia, right?
No, I'm talking like Dialga, Palkia, Uxie, Mesprit, Azelf, Heatran, Regigigas, sorry, Giratina, Cresselia.
The Reggies, bro. I love the Reggies.
I do like the Gen 5 legendaries and mythics. You did that so well.
I know. Reggie eyes, Reggie eyes, Reggie eyes, Reggie eyes.
Yeah, I'm gonna say probably one from either Gen... I'm probably gonna go with something from Gen 4.
Have you seen the Regirock?
Yeah.
It's
Or
just
Gen 3.
Regirock holding like a Valentina purse.
And the nails.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm either gonna go with something from Gen 3 or Gen 4.
I do with Regirock though.
Yeah, I'm either gonna go with one of the Reggies, or I'm either gonna go with Rayquaza or Deoxys. I'm probably gonna go with Deoxys because he has such a cool look and so many cool different forms.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How are we feeling about Rotom?
Okay. So, you know those Pokemon that were like special event Pokemon that weren't like mythics or legendaries, but you thought they were?
Like Genesect?
Yeah, or like Rotom. Like, I
I
always
thought Rotom genuinely was
Yeah.
like a legendary or something, like a mythic at least. Whoops. Or like Meltan.
Yeah.
You're telling me Meltan? I mean, I guess that since it has like an evolution, I guess not.
Well, there are legendaries with evolutions.
Yeah, which one?
Cosmog and Solgaleo and Lunala.
True, I guess.
That's Sun and Moon.
There's also the little like grass dog one.
Are you
What the
talking
fuck is that called?
Type Null or whatever it is?
No. I can't think of it. I think it starts with an S. It makes like a sound. Shaman?
Oh, Shaman, yeah.
But that just has different like looks, different like body types.
Yeah.
I would have to say I love Lopunny.
Lopunny, Vaporeon,
Delphox or whatever.
Delphox.
Or not Delphox.
Yeah, Delphox.
What's the?
Isn't it Delphox?
Is that the last evolution of Finnegan?
Yeah, it's Delphox.
Yeah.
Delphox, Gardevoir,
Gardevoir. On a good day, Gallade, but.
I mean, a little bit of Typhlosion.
Hey man, too soon. Don't talk about Typhlosion. Typhlosion is I think.
Yeah.
In like one of the. Give me a. Oh, what the is it called? Jinx. Give me Jinx. Give me a female Wobbuffet, the one that has the lipstick. Anyways, Frostlass. Frostlass is fucking awesome, and also kinda hot.
If you want to talk about hot things from Pokemon,
What are you about to put on the screen?
look up.
What's the one chick's name? Celestia? It's not Celestia. Celeste?
Maybe. I was gonna say, look up Pokemon ZA.
The first thing that shows up when I put in Pokemon ZA Emma is Pokemon ZA Emma age. So
Yeah,
I'm very worried. Okay.
Let's just say she's got an interesting character model.
She has a butt? Is that what you're referring to?
She has an interesting character model.
You're talking about her ass. That's all I see right now is her ass. Why? Why?
Also, there are... I don't know if you know this, but if you look up... I'll put a clip of it on YouTube. Look up Pokemon anime... What is it? Staryu Front.
Oh yeah. where it just goes, oh. I believe it's Pokemon Goldeen just goes, pussy, pussy, pussy,
Yeah.
pussy. And then there's one that just like screams, or it's like, I think it's, what's the thing that looks like Pikachu, but is like white and red? Starts with a Z, I think.
Looks like Pikachu that's white and red. Zangoose?
Yeah, Zangoose.
Zangoose is goated.
Yeah, he's cool. Maybe he doesn't look too much like Pikachu, I guess. He kind of does. Okay. Anyways, let's get this show on the road.
Yeah.
How do you feel about shiny hunting?
I mean, you can do it if you want. I don't really intentionally shining hunt. I have caught a couple shinies in the newer games because they're a little bit easier to... Not that they're easier
Come
to...
across?
Yeah, they're just easier to come across because the spawn rate is not... The spawn rate is, like, increased because you got more Pokemon on the screen.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you can shiny hunt if you want. I think that's cool.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not saying, like, how do you feel about shiny hunters? Like,
I've never...
this is just, like, have you done it? You know, like...
I've
that's
never
all.
done it intentionally, and I've never really gotten the shiny charm because I've never been able to fully complete a Pokedex. Mainly...
I mean, the problem with fully completing Pokedexes, too, is you gotta have friends that also have the game.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because most of the time when I get to older games, in order to complete a Pokedex, I need to have, like, someone who also has the opposite game as me.
Mm-hmm.
And is willing to trade, you know, stuff to fill out the Pokedex and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it just... And there's also regional Pokemon. You. If you shut down the servers of the game, you make it virtually impossible for me to get that.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Shellos or whatever. You can't get both. You can't get both now in the older games. Like the games where it was first introduced.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And also it's the same way for Pokemon Go. Like,
I forgot about that.
a Shellos that I catch, yeah. Well, I have to forget about it because I had this is a my fault moment, but the email that I used to do Pokemon Go got shut down recently because it was my high school email, and it stays open for 5 years and then turns off, so automatically. So, yeah. Can't use that anymore, and it automatically signed me out and said it had trouble signing me in or whatever. So I lost all of my... And I can't even get into my email of the school email
Right.
to be able to change the email associated with the account. So I have to fully restart. So that hurts quite a bit because I had fully unlocked the... I was missing like one legendary from the Kanto region, and that was it. So my Chungus life, I quit. What do you feel... How do you feel about people who say that Pokemon has fallen off and is no longer good?
You're either blinded by nostalgia, or you refuse to pay the price to play a modern game. Because I think Pokemon's still good. Has it changed? Yes. Has it stayed the same? Yes. Is it any better or any worse? I think it's dependent on how you view it.
Yes, it is better and worse in ways, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you say the game is too easy, pick different Pokemon. Challenge yourself. Nuzlocke exist. Do something fun like that. If you're uninterested in the mainline games, there are tons of ROM hacks out there. I know Lazarus just dropped. Pokemon Unbound is probably one of the highest played ROM hacks out there. You could play one of those games. Do a monotype run. Do something to change it up. If you're just playing the same game and playing it over and over again with the same Pokemon or like the same battle style or something, yeah, it's gonna get boring. And if you're saying, oh, they're running out of ideas or things have fallen off, maybe a little bit, especially with some of the regional forms, I think that's a little interesting. Apparently I just found out like a while ago that some of the legendaries, there's not just only one legendary of that Pokemon, so I don't know really what makes it a legendary, but who knows. But yeah, I still like the games. Like I said, I've played a lot of them. I played ZA, I played Legends Arceus. I like them both. I like the catching style in Legends Arceus. I like the battle style in Legends ZA. I like the art style in Sword and Shield. I think that's great. I think if they do something with the art style of CA going forward, moving that with like a mainline game, I only say that because Scarlet and Violet was buggy and glitchy as all. While there are some things that I like about Scarlet and Violet, there are other things I don't like. I don't like the glitches. I will also say this, I don't like that they're doing 2 to 2.5 hour tutorials before you can do anything in the game. Stop doing that. Give us just an hour tutorial explaining the basics of Pokemon. After that, we can figure it out, just like we did in the
Jeez, I didn't realize it was 2 hour tutorials.
yeah. If you
It used to be just like, hey, name your guy. Are you a boy or a girl? What starter do you want? Okay, enjoy your adventure.
then the tutorial for Pokemon Violet can be considered lengthy, with most players estimating it takes between 45 minutes and 2 hours to complete before free exploration begins.
Jesus, dude. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I guess.
even in
But,
Pokemon,
yeah, that's
this is saying Legend ZA tutorial is between 1.5 and 3 hours. So why are you giving us so long of a tutorial? Just stop that.
That's fair. Well, that's Sam's hot take, I guess. I don't know if that's a hot take, really, but
I don't think that's a hot take. That's just
we'll call it a
people
hot
complaining.
take. Fair. And Sam, there's only one thing I want to do before we go into our last segment that we're going to try, and then the wheel. Will you join me in, say, Pokemon Scalpers?
Possibly, what are Pokemon scalpers?
So Pokemon, let me rephrase, Pokemon Card Scalpers.
Villages import high-demand products to resell them at inflated prices. Yeah, and not only that, like...
So,
yeah, not only Pokemon card scalpers, Pokemon, like, scalpers in general. Stop making it so that it costs $400 to buy Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Don't do that.
that too, yeah.
Why? It's getting ridiculous. I just want to play the game for fun. Stop making it so I have to invest my life savings just to, like, buy
I mean,
a game.
it would make sense for, like, you know, the OG, like, red and, you know, red, blue, and yellow.
Yeah.
But, like, really? Sapphire, Emerald,
Pokemon Crystal.
Ruby, yeah. I'm huffing that Pokemon pack. But we have a, while Sam looks up something, I'm going to explain our next little bit.
I was just looking up how much Pokemon Crystal is. Pokemon Crystal refurbished goes for $244 at Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart.
Yeah,
They sell it at Walmart?
a free delivery. Anyways,
Cool.
you can go on and explain the tower. The tower.
So we're gonna play a game. We're gonna play Tower of Mons. Kind of like a play on the Tower of Nerds, as played by many different people in nerd spaces like ourselves. I tasked Sam with thinking of a topic, or not a topic, but an umbrella that at least 5 Pokemon can fit under, and we have to take turns giving the person a possibility, and they will tell you if it either does fall into it or it doesn't. And when you hit 5 Pokemon, or 5, things that fall under it, you then have the ability to guess when it is your next turn, and so on and so forth. Sam, you know your umbrella, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I know mine. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
You can go first, because I'm not too familiar with how the game is played, and you
Okay.
are.
Can I get Pikachu?
No.
Cannot get Pikachu. Okay.
Okay.
Now you go.
We'll start off simple. Can I get Charizard?
You cannot get Charizard. Can I get Giratina?
No.
Okay.
Hold on, let me...
Yeah,
No.
there's going to be a lot of double checking.
No,
in
you
this
cannot
game.
get Giratina.
God, how many Pokemon are there? Over 1,000?
Yeah.
This is going to take a while. God. Yeah.
Can I get Patrat?
You may not. Patrat is not. No to Pikachu, no to Giratina. Could I get Croconaw?
No.
No. Okay. No Croconaw.
Can I get Zoroark?
Zoroark, I will have to look up. No, you cannot get Zoroark. Could I get... It's my turn, right? Okay. Could I get Zoroark?
No. Can I get Celebi?
You may not. Could I get... And
No.
it's hard. I'm just waiting for... I'm throwing noodles at a wall, hoping something will stick.
Yeah. Can I get Groudon?
Groudon? No. Could I get Buzzwole?
No. Get Pidgey?
You cannot, bro. This is gonna be so rough. This is gonna be so rough. Could I get Stunfisk?
No.
Dude.
Can I get Turtwig?
No, you can't. You can't get Turtwig. Can I get a Togepi?
No, you cannot.
Okay. No, you can't get Shinx. Could I get Slackoth?
No, you cannot.
Dude, there's way too many Pokemon. I'm realizing the flaw in my plan.
Can I get Staryu?
No, you cannot get Staryu. Could I get Vaporeon? Okay.
Can I get Gardevoir?
Let me double check, but I don't think so. No, you cannot get Gardevoir. Could I get Zygarde?
No. Can I get Froakie?
You cannot get Froakie. Could I get Azelf?
Can I get Trubbish?
No, you cannot get Trubbish. Could I get Geodude? God damn it. Okay.
Can I get Lucario?
If we don't get... let me double check.
I feel like there are too many Pokemon. We need to narrow this down somehow.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can do hints in a couple minutes, like for one or something, just to get the ball rolling. I'll say in certain circumstances, yes, but I'm going to say no overall. So that gives you literally nothing. I'm realizing some flaws in my thing that I'm like, I don't know enough for my topic. So I'm gonna be looking up a lot of shit. Could I get... Okay, I guessed a legendary. I guessed a epic beast or whatever. I guessed a mythic. I guessed a starter. I guessed some other shit. Could I get Salamence?
Can I get
Dude.
Tyranitar?
Tyranitar? No. You cannot get Tyranitar. Could I get... I gotta remember the name of this one. 1 second. Could I get Malamar?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Can I get Weedle?
You cannot get Weedle. Could I get Durant?
No.
Dude, okay. I think we both get one more guess, and then we'll throw out a hint. Because this could go on for literal hours until we hit something.
Yeah. Could I get Zapdos?
You cannot get Zapdos, no. Could I get Articuno?
Yes.
Okay. So is it my turn to give you a hint then?
Yeah.
Don't think first tier, if that helps.
Okay.
That's all I'll say. Like, don't think first evolution, like the first base form. Don't think that. Okay. Could I get Zapdos? Or you have to go. Sorry. Shit. You.
Can I get Houndoom?
Could I get Zapdos?
Yes.
Okay. I think I'm getting somewhere. Your turn whenever you're ready. Now that I'm thinking, I think I might know what yours is, but yours is a little bit trickier, because you know a bit more about Pokemon than I do. That's the only thing I'll give you more, is it's a bit tricky. But once you get one, you might get the rest.
Can I get Absol?
No, you cannot get Absol.
Okay.
Could I get Articuno?
Yeah.
I already asked that, didn't I? Did I say Moltres before, or did I say Articuno?
Oh, you did say Articuno.
So I'll say Moltres. Could I get Moltres?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I get Zangoose?
You cannot get Zangoose. You're going further away from what I meant.
Okay.
You're going the wrong direction is what I mean. Don't think about the first base form, but you're going the wrong way with what I meant with that. Could I get Pidgeot?
Yes. Let's see. Can I get Garchomp?
No, you cannot get Garchomp. Can I get Fearow?
Yeah.
Is yours just Pokemon that are birds?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you one more good hint. Under certain circumstances, something will happen.
Can I get Metagross?
Let me check. In certain circumstances, yes, but that's not what I'm going for. But I'll say no, because it's only... I know what you're trying to go for, I think, but it's not it.
Okay. Oh, are you... I think I might get what you're going for.
You can just keep going. until we get there.
Can I get Espeon?
You can get Espeon,
Okay.
I believe. I'm almost 100% sure. Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Can I get Graveler?
Graveler?
Or should I be going
No, you cannot get Graveler.
the other way? The other way. Can I get
You cannot get Graveler.
Machamp?
Yes, you can get Machamp.
Okay. I think I see what you were going for. Let me double check to confirm this. Hold on, there's
So yes on Sylveon and yes on Machamp.
Let me just double check this.
I hope you can see what I'm going for.
Can I get Runeregis?
What?
Just
Rune what?
Runeregis.
Can you spell it for me?
Runerigus.
Pokemon Go only? Or
No, it's Gen 8 Galar region.
oh yeah, this is Galarian Yamask. Okay. Yeah, I'll say yeah.
Okay.
You got 2 more. I'm sure you can get it.
Can I get Slowking?
Yeah, I'm fairly certain. I'm just looking it up just to make sure that I'm right, but yeah.
Okay.
1 more.
Can I get Crobat?
Don't think so from what I'm reading.
Let me just double check this then. Can I get Gallade?
Yes,
Okay.
you can get Gallade. 100%.
So are these Pokemon that require a certain set of circumstance to evolve into?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's literally it.
Okay.
I was giving you some that even needed that too
Yeah.
from my questions, because Malamar, you have to hold the DS upside down.
Yeah.
And like that, yeah. So yeah, that was the Tower of Nerds, or Tower of Mons. If you enjoyed that, we can obviously do more. It was a bit drawn out because there's so many Pokemon. Yeah. But let's get on to the wheel.
The wheel.
The wheel. Can you see the wheel?
Yep.
Alrighty. Ugh. So, we realized that actually there was some stuff missing because it did not update, or I'm just stupid. So, we added a couple extra things in here, like Shine Down, the band, Monster Hunter, and Clover Pit. But we're about to see what we're going to talk about next week. I hope it's something of Sam's, so that I can be learning something new. Let's see here.
We'll see.
Rolling the wheel, spinning the wheel.
The wheel. The wheel. The wheel.
All right.
Oh. Time to break out this bad boy.
Yeah, boy. Yeah. Arguably the hottest lawyer known to man. So, next week is going to be Daredevil themed for the last bit of the show. So, if you stuck around for this long, I know it's going to be a bit longer of an episode this week because we suck at timing and stuff like that. And we need to pace ourselves a little bit. But I don't think you'll mind a little bit extra on this one. It's just a little bit extra sauce.
Yeah.
Especially since I had a lot to talk about with Stranger Things. But thank you so much for all the love you give us. We grew to 11 followers on TikTok like the first day that I posted on there for us. So thank you very much to everyone who followed us on TikTok. Thank you to everyone that follows us on Instagram. I don't know if we've gained any followers.
No, it's just me and you.
But we also gained a new follower. Follow the Instagram to make Sam a bit happier that he posts on Instagram for us. But go ahead and give us a follow on those platforms. We'll be posting clips and stuff sometimes before the episode comes out, so you have something to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we'll even have clips from old ones to get you nice and ready for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sam, is there anything you want to say before we do our closing bit?
I mean, I'm excited for all the stuff that's coming out. We're gonna be on a bit of a workaround probably with the holidays coming up.
Yeah, we're obviously not going to record on Christmas because we usually record on Thursdays.
Yeah.
So we might have to do it either
Either the day after.
2 days ahead of schedule or the day after. But we'll get that episode out to you. Don't you worry.
We'll get it all out.
We might.
But yeah. Keep listening. Throw us some more comments. Shout out to Brandon. You commented on one of our episodes.
Saying specifically my name.
Yeah. Shout out to Matt
And I responded.
Shout out to Matt for responding too, because I didn't see that until like a week after.
Yeah. Well, I get the notifications on my phone when someone comments on our Spotify, so I'll know when you say something. Anybody say something. But yeah, Sam, where can they find you? Where can these nice people find you?
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok. I am the Style Guru 52. I post about men's fashion, men's fragrances. Recently, I've been doing some like video game inspired fits. Go check out my BioShock inspired fit. It's winter.
I didn't even see the BioShock inspired fit.
Yeah.
Or did I?
You might have. I don't remember.
I usually like every post that I see, but I didn't know if it was. I don't know if I liked that one yet or what. But while he's figuring that out, you can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/slothistreams. I actually just recently got my recap for the end of the year, and holy shit, we're doing a lot of good this year. I made it to affiliate in 1 year, and that's thanks to everybody who supports me on there. You can also find me at slothyboy on TikTok. The names are usually written in the YouTube bio that I write for our YouTube videos, so you can find that in there if you're too confused on how to spell it. But it is the letter I instead of Y for anything that has slothy and boy in it for me. And you can find the podcast, like we said, on TikTok and on Instagram at Pod-1218. Pretty easy to find. It's got our logo and everything.
Yep. It says official Instagram
that relate to us.
With Matt and Sam, home of the wheel.
Home of the
You
wheel.
can see us. We're posted in the clips and the pictures. Just help us out. But yeah.
Thank you so much once again.
Yeah. Huge shout out.
Great 2 months so far.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun.
I am too. But alright guys, thank you so much. We're gonna go and we're gonna go Profin R1s, am I right?
Hey.
Am I right? Yeah! Wait.